Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for your overall energy for the new moon in Taurus, the Nine of Wands. The image that I got when I was meditating for your reading was of you searching for a key. Obviously, from the picture in the card, you have been throwing everything you have against, towards something that is meaningful to you, something that you've worked long and hard at, and something that has battered and bruised you to a certain extent. What I felt was that this desperate looking, searching that you're engaged in is actually for something that is already there, something that is within you. I believe in your situation, you're searching for the leadership that you already have inside. You may be looking for validation or corroboration of a way that you would like to implement a project or some incredible task, or an organization moving in a new direction at your initiation. That message feels clear, that you are looking for the authority, the permission to implement an idea that has been evolved from your own development, your own exploration and thoughts, your own effort. This is a general reading, Gemini. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. Welcome to all of you new and familiar. I appreciate the time you're taking with me. And we're first going to look at the Yogic Path Sahara Roses Oracle card, and I pulled for you Satya. And this is in the area of your life that really matches this overall energy in terms of conclusions, coming to the end of a cycle or a phase in your life and needing to step into the next level, into a level of your truth, of your capacity. This is the aha moment. So I'm going to read from the guidebook, the reversed meaning to begin. And this, the key word is truthfulness. This is a call for truth, where you are not being 100% authentic to yourself. Is there something you need to express but are fearful of the conversation that will follow? Is your career in alignment with who you are at this point in your life? Are your friendships actively supporting your growth? Are there aspects in your relationships you've been overlooking that finally need the spotlight? Truth becomes louder when you ignore its calling. By stepping into the truth, you're committing to an elevated version of yourself, and all that does not match your heightened vibration will fall away. What was true for you once is not true for you today. Accept the seasonality of all things, including yourself. So we're going to return to this card at the end of the reading, where I will read the upright interpretation and your overall energy, the way others see you, the way you are showing up in your community in a particular project, is the Empress card. And this is actually resonating a level of truth that may be difficult for you to accept or hold right now. You are showing up as absolutely complete in your ability to create, to serve, and to be recognized for that expression of love, of labor. The Empress loves the labor, the service that she is able to orchestrate on behalf of the entire team. In nature, she is the essence of nature. She orchestrates the ongoing productivity of the harvest. And this is how others see you, as having all that you need in order to create what you wish to create. And also the ability to love each step in the process. And that may be something that is challenging for you at this time. You may feel that you are losing the joy you once had in your position in more discrete tasks that contribute to this overall project. But now you find yourself somehow responsible in a way that is robbing you of your joy, of your pleasure. But you are so loved for what it is you've created. It feels as though you don't need to ask for permission. You simply need to absorb the recognition and reward that is being given to you by those you work with, oversee, are in community with. In the first house, the Temperance card is showing really quite the hard road that you have been on in order to reach this place of composure, of grace. And this has come because you have worked long and hard. You worked consistently and persistently. You've practiced the message and the methods of the Temperance card. And in my early training, an image that always came up for me was water dripping on a stone. I know that may seem counterintuitive in our fast-paced world of today, but the idea that as the Grand Alchemist, another name for this card, you as an individual, as the leader of your own soul, are refining your base instincts into the gold of your spiritual essence. And so along the way, yes, that sounds hard, if not impossible. That is a metaphor for the real work that is required. We turn our base nature, lead, into gold. So no wonder the real experience of this card is nothing like sitting in a nice laboratory or by a beautiful stream, pouring water from one cup to another. It feels like anything but. Each cup, each experience, each drop of water is one of the storms, one of the hardships, one of the difficulties you've had to overcome. In the fourth house of your soul, your home, your family, the Page of Wands indicates you have the energy. You can't wait to get started, but my sense here is that you keep waiting for someone else to give you the direction. And in fact, you've already created the blueprint, the plan, the proposal. You're already the leader. And in some ways, this stance that you maintain is because you, at some level, understand that you are learning as you move forward. That this stance of learning, openness, willingness, energy is the same stance that you encourage in those you work with, your collaborators. Everyone shows up to do the work. And humbleness, with the beginner's mind, with a willingness to learn each step of the way without pre-programmed expectations of what that work should look like or the direction it should lead. So this is really in alignment with a lot of the lessons, the energy that has been showing up for you over some time period. With Mercury, your ruling planet, moving into Aries, even as it is crossing over its retrograde shadow period, there is a lot of clarity and energetic force that is being released at this time in preparation for this move, this stepping into leadership. In the seventh house of your significant others, the Three of Pentacles. This is your dream of working with others. The Three of Pentacles is collaboration in the sense that counters are generally hierarchical models of leadership, of control, of organization. You, whether leader or not, see yourself as one expert among many, and that collectively you bring your expertise to bear upon the creation of something qualitatively excellent, remaking, refashioning a resource that is increasingly available to others through your efforts, something that is useful to others as well as beautiful in form. This work allows you to teach, to lead, to step back, to follow, and to learn. So this energy, as many of you know, is absolutely one of my favorite energies for the new world that we are stepping into, like it or not. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle for you, Gemini. Ooh, that kind of flew out, and I'm not going to take it because these cards are so slippery. See, I'm going to take this one though. The key word, this is the Prey Knight, and the key word is trust. I trust myself in the divine flow of the universe. That is so perfect. Trusting in your power, trusting in your effort, trusting in your vision and your ability to overcome all obstacles. Trusting in those you work with to support you, to understand the model that you're promoting, and to participate fully for the benefit of what you're working together on. The temperance in the first house is clarified by the Seven of Cups. This card absolutely looks like, wow, look at all these options I now have. But you are also clear that they are distractions. These options may be your desire to micromanage a team or aspects of a project you're working on. That's an example of how this energy can be working in your particular situation. It can also be the offers you're receiving that can be a distraction, things that you might once thought would be the reward of choice. You now understand that there's something much larger that you're working towards, that you're focusing on, which much more significant to you. In the fourth house, the Page of Wands is clarified by the Two of Staffs. This is the way that you are aware at some level that you have established your particular strength and expertise. You know who you are at your core. You know what you desire. And you're turning the power of that energy towards a new community, a new project, a new opportunity. This is about the planning that goes along with the openness to learn, the beginner's mind. So I see you in combination with others allowing the flow of work, of labor to define itself, neatly guided with or messily guided by you and your collaborators. You're allowing the process to indicate the direction of your progress and achievement. And this is really beautiful energy that is harnessing this beautiful Mercury and Aries energy at this time. This clarity, this direction, this drive, this motivation to move forward, and in many ways to be a leader through your actions, be a leader by supporting those who you increasingly share vision with. The Three of Pentacles in the seventh house is clarified by the Tower. This is that beautiful element where I believe you are empowering the thunder and the lightning. In this case, this is the hand of God. This is, in some older decks, this card was titled The Lightning, and literally the lightning was the show. And the little sparkles, little dashes of light are called the yod, or the reflections of light from divine intervention, enlightenment, clarity. It is through working with others that you are shown the way, that you're shown the process. This is supporting this beautiful and very unique process of developing something phenomenal. You may have planned according to the old way things were done, that you would move successively up the ladder, but your vision of leadership or success includes a more discursive model. There's lots of debate, participation, problem solving as a team, rather than, again, this top-down conventional leadership model. And you're allowing the team, you're rejecting the hierarchical roles that perhaps you and others were trained under in order to allow the participants, your coworkers, your family members, your friends to develop a project organically as a result of everyone's best participation. And in the 10th house, the Empress is clarified by the Ace of Staffs. This is indeed the building, the creation, the opening the door to something new. So here's the leadership that may have been difficult for you to see yourself in. This is the permission to lead the charge. This is the door opening to a fuller expression, a new level of expression of your own heart's authority. This is absolutely the creation of a kind of abundance that is inspired, that motivates and inspires others. I'm going to return to the Yogic Path Oracle, the Satya card, and now I'm going to read the upright interpretation. You're moving toward your truth, peeling off all layers of inauthenticity that have been placed upon you by societal conditioning. Through the shedding, you're finally feeling truth's bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face, finally coming home to yourself. This truth has been dormant inside you all along, waiting until your awakening. Through this process of understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you become an awakened person. Continue to step into this new paradigm of truth as you shed all false beliefs, narratives, and stories so you can emerge as your true self. Ask yourself, where and how can I show up more authentically in my life? What makes me feel like I'm living in my truth? Are my relationships in alignment with who I am at this moment? What masks am I still wearing to make me feel loved, secure, or significant? If you've enjoyed this content, check out more here. And if this has resonated with you, please drop me a comment. And until next time, namaste.